Welcome to our overview of SEO and search engine marketing. This is a strategy overview and the basics that we apply to any website, including yours, when we're optimizing it for search engines. And we're assuming that the reason you're doing this is because you want to do marketing. You don't just want to be just another website in the search engines. Okay, so let's get rolling. This will be pretty quick, and we'll take a look quick at the big picture. Of course, that doesn't look big on your screen, but there's a essential process that we follow in optimizing your website for the search engines and marketing on the search engines. And it starts with the setup. The setup is an intensive process of analyzing and putting things together to get moving, and then we add in month by month the next 4 items: on-site, off-site, site tracking, and site reporting. So that's all going to be covered here separately. Let's just quickly look at the setup. The setup requires a lot of kind of behind-the-scenes stuff where we'll do researching your campaign, your website, your marketing strategy, and what are the best places for you to begin. We'll look at your recommendations, and if we have recommendations that are different than what you want, then we'll let you know what they are, and then we'll work from there to decide exactly what will be your best campaign setup. So that's where the feedback is, right? You probably have some ideas where you want to go. You probably have some ideas on keyword phrases and things you want to use, and we're going to do some behind-the-scenes analysis of your recommendations and see if we find anything else in your market that may actually be productive for you to focus on up front, and then provide that feedback, and then we'll decide on the rest of the strategy. What else is entailed in looking at the strategy and what has to be done? So let's take a look at that right now. So on-site, this is on your website, right? This is the things that you actually see when somebody comes to a page on your website. What is going to happen? So key things in any search engine program is whether it's relevant to your market, relevant to your readers, relevant to your goals, and are the keywords and related keywords relevant. See, search engines can actually tell that everything is related on your page now. So the relevancy of the keywords is very, very important, and the relevancy to your reader. The search engines are actually trying to decide if your pages on your website are relevant to your readers, and they have some ability to do this now. So we want to make sure that as content is built, that the keywords and related keywords remain relevant to your market, to your readers, and to the search engines. And then overall, we have to look at your site architecture. How's it put together? Is it easy to navigate? Is it friendly to navigate? Is the directory and file structure correct? And the names of the files, the tags, the linking internally in your site. Is it done in what is currently relevant to the search engines, to the latest sites, to the search engine algorithms, what they are looking for? That all makes sense. There's that nothing is random, that everything is done for a purpose, because the ultimate goal is to make it relate to also your sales funnel. It needs to be driving people ultimately to your products, because your website isn't there just for the fun of it. It needs to make money for you. So this overall on-site structure all has to funnel down to your sales funnel and getting people to your sales page. All right, so one of the next ways we do that is looking at what's pointing off-site. What's pointing off-site first has to be coming to places, hopefully, where you can build your customer relationship management. In general, that's the list building through your site. And using that list building to also take it to other relevant things on site for you. Okay, but off site, of course, these are other websites out, not your website. All right, so that's off site. So we want these things pointing to you, and they need to be relevant to you. So We'll be looking at the places where we choose to put links, whether they're relevant to you, whether they have the right keywords on their sites, whether the related keywords are right, and then of course doing, as we call it right now, penguin style anchor text, which means there's more to anchor text than just using keywords, and we're going to apply that to how we place links relevant off-site pointing back to your site. Okay, hope that makes sense. But you may have heard about using anchor text and using keywords, but only keyword anchor text is no longer the way to do it. In fact, that's a way to make sure it never gets ranked. So we'll be doing penguin style anchor text, and there's a little bit more to that than just simply putting your keyword phrase in that anchor text. Then there's we're looking at your off-site sites where we're going to as to their market importance. Okay, we want to look at the links coming to them that will then be coming to you. How well that site is trusted. We could see that by looking at things like their own social relevance, how many social things are pointing into them, what value they have in the marketplace, the market relevance based on evaluating who's coming to the site, whether it's relevant to you or not, and also looking at things like page rank. Page rank is not as important as it used to be, but it's still important as far as them passing on relevant strength to your website. So we'll look at all of those things when deciding where and how to place links, and of course the link building strategy will involve it'll be dynamic in a sense. It'll be very, very bold and fluid, because it's going to involve content placement, link placement, commenting, social backlinking, and various other ways of getting backlinks to your site, but making sure they meet the big scope of relevance back to your when they point back to your site to help drive you up in the marketplace. All right, site tracking. Of course, we're going to track all of this. We're going to use we want to use Google Analytics, but we also have our own tracking that we put in there that goes a little bit more in depth than Google Analytics, as well as analyzing demographics on your site, so we make sure the right people are actually showing up, and using multiple sources of demographic analysis to keep track of what's happening on your site. Although the site tracking sounds simple, it's probably one of the most important things that most websites are leaving out, so they don't really know their results and whether it's actually coming from the search engines, or they're even getting the right people from the search engines. And then finally, the reporting back to you. We'll provide reports back to you, the link reports, analysis, and recommended action steps to continue improving and maintaining your site. SEO is not a one-time thing. It takes a while. It usually takes a month, 2 months, even 3 months to move some keywords, or longer, up in the search engines. It depends on the strength of your keywords and the competition on it, how long it takes to move you up, and then the action steps to do it. And then there may, of course, be strategy modifications along the way as things change in the search engines and certain dynamics with keyword searches change. So we'll be watching that and making those recommendations to you as well, so that you continue to build and evolve as your website moves along in the search engines. So that's it in a nutshell, what it takes to make your search website search engine friendly, and grow in the search engines, and be able to market with your search engines. So any questions, please be sure to contact me, or go to our site, thinkbigandgrowmedia.com, and look at more of our information available to you. All right, thank you, and it's been great sharing this with you. See you soon.